Hey folks, welcome to the video. There's two things I want to show you in this video. Number one, I want to show you how to find the create date of a table. See how these tables all used to be the same table? This database is a huge mess, and in real life you see a lot of things like this. You don't know if one got renamed or who knows what, but if you can tell when something was created, it's really helpful. The problem is that doesn't tell you anything else that happened after. It doesn't tell you if anybody altered anything. It doesn't tell you if anybody dropped something or if it was dropped and recreated. So I'm also going to show you a report afterwards. This way you can see when it was created, but then also other stuff that happened to it. Now, as we do this, the challenge is I'm going to try to do this in under 3 minutes, and I've probably already into the first minute already. So anyway, here's the first part. If you want to see when all the tables in your database were created, what you do is you have to select from sysobjects. That's all the system, like database objects that there are. It has to keep track of them. But you have to say where the X type equals U. U stands for a user table. That means something that SQL Server didn't create, but an end user did, like you or me. It's just kind of funny that it's the letter U because it's like something you created. That's joke only is funny in English, and then not so much. Okay, and then there's a whole bunch of fields, but we're just going to create, or we're going to select name and CR date, which is when it was created. And then I'm going to order by the CR date, but I'm going to order it by newest to oldest, because if there's 100 tables, there aren't here. But in your system, you're probably only looking for the latest relevant stuff if there's a lot of changes. Why make it hard and have to scroll all the way down to the bottom? So I'm doing it by the second field descending. Here's what it looks like. Boom. So I can tell from this that the last one created was employee info underscore Rakesh. Can't really talk to him and ask questions because he's water skiing in Maui right now. Watch out for sharks, Rocky. Okay, and then the first one that got created was this one underscore temp a while ago. It almost looks like that might have gotten renamed, who knows. But anyway, that's how you do it. It shows you the name of the table, it shows you when it was created, and this is the query. Select name and CR date from sysobjects where X type equals U, order by 2 descending. If you try this in Oracle or DB2, it won't work because sysobjects is a proprietary name in SQL Server only, so is X type. Other might use it, but whenever you're dealing with system tables in an RDBMS, they just make up their own names. And if you're using another system, you can still use this idea, but you have to Google what those things are called. Probably take you like 10 seconds. All right, now the next part. Well, that's great about these tables, but anything else I should know? Okay. Go to the database, right-click it, and then hit Reports. Standard Reports. Now, I have Schema Changes History right there because I've been using it all morning, but if you don't have that there, go to Standard Reports and then all the way to the bottom, Schema Changes History. Depending on the size of your system, it'll run fast or it won't. Here's a table that I actually dropped before, but customers, check it out. In reverse order, it shows what happened. Well, I created it, and then I altered it. But notice how these things happen right at the same time. All that means is I ran a script to create a table. I basically scripted it from another database. But one of the fields had a default value. It was a bit field, and it was being defaulted to true. So first, the table gets created, and then it gets altered because it is adding a default value. It can't do that at the same time because in DDL, or Database Definition Language, create and alter are two different commands. So even though they happen one right almost at the same time, like you blink your eyes and they're both done, basically within a few milliseconds, both of these are created. But it's still 2 steps. But then later on, I got mad at the table and made a face at me, so I dropped it. I committed table side. That's probably not funny. Okay, and then you can laugh. Give your permission. But then I had the script open on my system again. So what I did is I just recreated the table later on, like a few seconds later. And then, of course, the alter came right behind it because, again, it's defaulting the visible field or whatever it was. And then I just figured I'm sick of looking at this, so I dropped the table again. And see, it records it all. But as interesting as that may be, notice what it shows over here. Okay, we're way over 3 minutes. Sorry, guys. It shows the username, which is me, Mertman. And it even shows the login name, which is the username plus which machine they logged in from. So Mertman-Dell, yeah, I got a Dell. I like my Dell. It's as cool as Dell. Anyway, so the good thing about this is if you're trying to find out who's doing stuff in the database, that's code for who's messing things up and being a menace in the database, and who will we fire this Friday, that's what this is really good for. See, because over here, this query, I'm sure that we could, make this query a lot more complicated to see who created the table, but we're not really worried about that here. But this just says this table was created on this date and time. This one was created then. This one was created then. But this one shows you who to point the finger at. I'm not saying we're pointing a finger, but this is nice information to have. And I'm amazed at how many people do not know that this report is available. But now you know. If you like this video, please consider hitting the like button. Hey, come on, you're right there. You were going to get up anyway. And then if you really like these videos, and if you think I'm easy to listen to, and if you feel like you might learn a few things, please consider subscribing to this channel. We really appreciate it. The kids at the orphanage will appreciate it. I gotta be honest, there's no orphanage. There's no kids at the orphanage. Okay, all right, well listen, have a great day, and go make some money. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.